Hi, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to the Let's Keep Moving with Risha podcast. This is Risha. I'm a motivational speaker, content creator, and I love talking about things that will help you keep moving in your life, especially on areas like your life, mental health, love, growth, and everything in between. If you're ready, let's keep moving. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for visiting me today or having this kind of conversation with me today. I think this one is so different. I've never talked about real fake friends before. But before we even get to the best part, I'd just love to say that kagaya ng karamihan, I'm also not really friendly. A lot of people think of my personality as someone who is just really a go-getter or someone who makes the first move all the time. Most of the time, not. Super mahiyain talaga ako. Like, I don't do first moves. Alam yan ng mga kaibigan ko. I think I have gained this kind of habit back when I was still in high school or elementary. Kasi parang isang beses lang din ako nagkaroon ng time to adjust. Nung lumipat ako from elementary to high school, so dun lang ako nagkaroon ng time to have friends. Tapos, from grade 7 to grade 12, so that was like 6, 7 years, wala na akong adjustment every year. Kasi sila-sila na lang din yung mga kaklase ko. So parang hindi na build yung habit of having friends or going out or yung parang stage 1 ng pagsa-start ng mga friends. So, hindi ako magaling dun sa mga chit-chat, hindi ako magaling first move or mag-start ng conversation, which is still, I'm trying. I'm trying my best to do the first move, to reach out to people, to have small talks, 'di ba? Yun yung mga skills talaga na gusto kong matutunan. And this episode, we're going to talk about friendships and the real thing about friendships. And itong episode na to, I just really, really want to dedicate this to my friends. Like, some of them are listening sa podcast ko, yung iba hindi. Kasi hindi naman sila mahilig sa podcast. Pero there really are very close friends of mine who sometimes give me a listen. So, this is for you guys. This is for all the friends that I have out there and also for you. Like sa mga nakikinig sa akin, I feel like you guys are my friends. You guys are the people who have seen every part of my story and every bit of me. So I kind of considered you guys as part of my family, as part of me. So let's get started. I just want to have a quick storytelling lang of how grateful I am with my friends. And siguro it's also a time for you to look back and be grateful for your friends din. Hindi naman kailangan madami yung friends, 'di ba? We have heard that a lot of times online. You don't need to have a lot of friends. You just need to have those who are really loyal to you and faithful to you and people who have your best interests at heart. So, recently, I've been spending a lot of time with my friends and dito ko sila super na-appreciate. This episode is just going to be like a flowy one, something that I just really want to be real with all of you. Gusto ko lang maging real yung conversation. After all, I don't talk about something that I don't resonate with. I think, essentially, let's talk about that muna. I don't talk about things I don't resonate with. So the fact that I'm talking about it means I must have something great to share. And hopefully you learned from this. I was going through a hard time lately. So this is like the story na. I was going through a hard time lately. As my appreciation for my friends, I am going to tell this. I really am having a hard time lately. And I have to be honest about that. Tapos, because I'm really, really having a hard time, I've mentioned previously in the episodes that I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. Like, even occasionally, hindi talaga ako umiinom. Kahit may umiinom man dito sa bahay, I can easily say no and be cool about it. Like, hindi ako matatempt to just have a drink. No. If I say no, no. But life has been testing me lately, and it really made me want to drink. So I have these two friends of mine. I was really going through a rough patch sa relationship. I had to call the both of them. And nagulat sila kasi inaya ko sila dito sa place na is for me. I feel like I invited them sa beach, pero yung beach hindi lang malapit sa amin. We had to travel like siguro mga 1 hour or 2 hours bago pa makarating dun sa beach and biyahe kami. And white sand kasi, so parang tuwang-tuwa ko. It's sa Bawan, Batangas, and I really love the waters and the vibe there. And for me kasi Bawan always heals. Bawan, Batangas always heals. And it's been my safe haven for the longest time. Every time I feel like I have problems, doon talaga ako pumupunta. So, I invited them there. Actually, hindi nila, na-surprise sila na doon kami pupunta. Tapos, out of just the craziness of my mind, in-invite ko sila, sabi ko, tara bar tayo. Sabi ko, tara bar tayo. And then, because they don't drink, just to get this conversation going, they don't drink. But, nagpaalam sila sa parents nila na sasamahan nila ako na dun sila matutulog sa dorm ko. And they went with me for a drink. Nag-bar kami. Actually, hindi sila talaga umiinom, let alone mag-bar. Pero sinamahan nila ako hanggang sa pagpunta ko, pabalik sa dorm ko, hanggang pag-uwi ko. They have been checking up on me, asking me how was I, and I remember pumunta pa sila sa bahay to spend time with me and to really check if I'm okay because they knew how hard it is to go through my days that time. And grabe, I just can't believe I have friends like them. Akala ko sobra na nila akong mahal, but because of what happened during those moments, it's that time that I really tell the Lord, thank you po sa mga kaibigan ko. Thank you po sa buhay nila. And because of this, I was also able to see who my real friends are and those who are not my friends. Like what I just mentioned, I won't talk about something that I don't resonate with. So, there has to be something so good about this episode. So, if you want to keep going on this episode and know more about what separates real friends from fake friends, then without further ado, let's keep moving. Just to give you a heads up, the value that I'll be giving today is not like the typical episode flow that we have here in the podcast. It's more like just flowing, parang sabi ko kanina. So there's no like 1, 2, 3 or step 1, step 2, step 3. No, I just really wanted to share my story and hopefully you'll resonate with it. So, for sure, you're already aware that I am an irregular student. And starting from there, I already accepted it na this is not the best season of my life to look for friends. Kasi I know that having friends take time, effort, consistency, and if you really want to get going with that friend stuff, you really have to see each other consistently at least for the first few years. And hindi ko yun magagawa kasi just to give you like a quick background about what my schedule is. For example, 5 yung subjects ko, 5 din yung blockmates ko. So, imagine I have a lot of people I get to see every single day. So, inaccept ko na I won't have friends anymore. And I'm good with my friends back in high school and senior high school. I feel like they are the friends that I have that are for keeps, for a lifetime. And alam ko na sa isip-isip ko, these friends of mine set the standards already. And these are the friends I talked about in the story that I just shared with you in my introduction. That made me realize na siguro I don't need much friends na. I'm all good. After all, I'm happy now with what I'm doing, with the community that I'm in. I'm so connected with my family. I have classmates who can support me. I have a boyfriend with me. I have a relationship going. I have blockmates I can ask questions if I need to ask questions. So parang, okay na. So ayun, feeling ko okay na ako. But I kind of met a lot of people along the way, which I won't, disclose na who are they, how are they connected to me, paano ko sila nakilala. It's my way of respecting these people. I still respect them after everything that I found out, everything that they did. I still respect them. So I'll leave the personal details out of context and out of this podcast. But I just want to leave the idea that I met some people along the way. At first, I initially thought that they were cool. I initially thought that they were simple, they're very down to earth people, unfiltered, real, humble. So yun yung mga first impressions ko. I get to spend maybe a couple or more times with them, and up until now I still think they are. I still think that they are. After all, I always believe na they are not what they did to me. It's just that I won't allow these people to come to my life again kasi it's too much. Like the damage was too much. And you just don't have their loyalty and faithfulness anchored on you. They're good, but their loyalty and faithfulness are not on you. And it was painful. I thought kasi na during that time, they were real. I thought na during that time of us spending time together, having breakfast together, was all real. And I really thought they saw me. Like, they see me. Akala ko from there, they will respect you enough to not betray you and to not tolerate things. So yeah, I get to spend enough time with these people. I genuinely cared about them. I consider them as my friends. They treated me nicely. They made jokes. They were fun to be with. And like what I said, they were real. They seemed like they were real. But here's the thing, just because people treated you nicely, made jokes, made you laugh, does not mean they are your friends. People treating you nicely does not guarantee their loyalty. Here's the thing, everyone can be nice. Everyone can treat you nicely, especially if they were raised in a nice way. Everyone can make you laugh. Everyone can seem like they cared. But if their loyalty and faithfulness are not anchored on you, or they do not see you as a friend, they feel like they should reciprocate the energy you're giving to them, then it's not gonna click. If these people cannot protect your welfare and well being on rooms you are not present, they're not your friend. I feel like you have to hear this from me. And this is like, I feel like the first part of the episode, it's more about determining fake friends from real friends are. This is the way I define loyalty when it comes to friendships. Personally, if I know that you are betraying my friend or talking bad things about her or him, and I've given you enough time to say it yourself and you did not, I'll really get out of my way to tell it myself. And I do not care because I am not loyal to your truth. I am loyal to my friend. I am loyal to my person. And that's just how I see friendships. I think another thing that we have to consider when it comes to knowing who your friends should be is that your friends should know what's right and what's wrong. I mean, this is a generic truth. But if your friends don't know what's right and what's wrong, how can you even trust these people? I mean, it's the little things. I know how much you love your friend. I know how much you really, really value your friendship, but it's the little things. This is a generic truth. Your friend has to know what separates a right or the right thing from the wrong thing. Another thing that I'd like to point out in this particular episode is how important knowing if your friends know what's wrong and what's right. Your friends should know what's right and what's wrong. This is a generic truth. I know how you value your friends. I know how you love the friendships you've built. I know how you value your friends. I know how much you appreciate the friendships you've built. But please look at the patterns. Your friends must be a good influence to your life. They need to know what's right and what's wrong. Kasi eventually it will backfire to you eh. It's the little things. Tama ba tong ginagawa ng mga kaibigan ko? Kasi see it this way, if they find you doing a certain thing, at hindi alam ng mga kaibigan mo, they're having a hard time knowing what's right and what's wrong. And what you're already doing is wrong. They can tolerate you. And you might like it, you might enjoy it, you might be all for it, but eventually it will backfire to you. Bigla mong sasabihin sa sarili mo na I wish I had surrounded myself with different people who knew what was right. Kaya I always say this, be pickier with your people. Be pickier with the people you surround yourself with. Yes, you have the choice to know what to observe and what to absorb, but it's easier if you won't have the choice to do that. Kasi hindi ka naman nakapaligid sa mga ganitong tao. Your friends should support you, but never tolerate you. Take this from me, I've seen situations like this. Your friends can support you, but if they know exactly that what you're doing is against their life values, their desires, or their personal standards, they shouldn't tolerate you. They know it. They know what's right and what's wrong. Sabi nga 'di ba ni C.S. Lewis, what drives people to be friends is that they see the same truth. They share it. So I understand that baka kaya kayo naging friends is because you share the same truth. But what if you don't share the same truth anymore? And that being said, you'll really meet a lot of people that are either for a season, for a reason, or for a lifetime. The reason why you met these people is to be reminded that not everybody is your friend. The reason why you met these people is to be reminded that not all people stay in your life forever. And you have to stop yourself from trusting people too easily. I will repeatedly say this to you, but look at patterns. If people are doing this with you, they're going to do it about you. And I mean that when it comes to like gossiping or saying bad things about people or telling bad things about people in general. Kapag ginagawa nila yun sa iba, kaya nila ding gawin yun sa'yo. And that's what my parents would always tell to me. If they're doing it with you, they're going to do it about you. If they're gossiping with you, they can share stuff about you to other people as well. So just be careful about that. Siguro another thing then that I learned from these people and from spending time with this kind of people, they really humbled me. They reminded me of how simple life is. And siguro despite what these people have done to my life, I will forever be grateful that I was once reminded that life can still be simple. You can still laugh despite the problems. You can still consider having a good life despite all the things that are happening in your life. If you're currently finding value in this podcast episode, I truly appreciate it if you give this episode a 5-star rating on your preferred podcast platform, specifically here on Spotify, because in that way, we'll reach more people and we'll build this community together and we'll continue delivering meaningful content for everybody. But I have to say that there really are friends who can really go above and beyond for you. There will be times in your life when your one call away people are never your family, but will be your friends. And I'm so blessed to have these people. It's amazing that even if you go through a tough situation, they still stayed. I had to call my high school friends recently, a high school friend of mine, to pick me up, to come pick me up, and let's go to the beach and let's just escape for a while. And yeah, they're the people I was talking about earlier. They are your friends talaga. When despite seeing you at your lowest, they stayed. And they chose to stay. Hanggat hindi ka talaga nakikita ng mga yan at your lowest, sa rock bottom mo, sa ruthless and worst version of you, they're not your friends. They are your friends when it's not bounded anymore by condition. Again, They are your friends when it's not bounded anymore by a condition. May mga tao kasi na nandyan lang kapag may kailangan. May mga tao kasi na kaya lang nasa buhay mo kasi magkaklase kayo, kasi magkaklase kayo ng high school, ng college. Nandyan lang on a certain ground. But when there are no more reasons to stay, and this person stayed, that you still keep in touch with this person, he or she is your friend. When I posted a video about friends, and basically it's the exact same thing I'm pointing out in this podcast episode, just longer, it makes me sad that some people in the comments cannot relate kasi wala daw silang friends, wala daw silang kaibigan talaga. Like, parang wala na nga silang kaibigan tapos wala pang tumuturing sa kanilang kaibigan. So, I really, really think that's painful. But apart from everything, yes, friendships are something you work hard for, but there really are people that God will send your way. And you have to appreciate these people. I think friendship is really an effort. It's something that you choose. It's something that you choose to maintain and you choose to spend your money on or spend time with these people. And it's just a matter of being patient and really being intentional with who your friends are. And here's my message before I let you go. You do not deserve people who only need you for convenience. You do not deserve people who do not choose you. You do not deserve people who can easily betray you. You do not deserve people who do not think about your feelings. You deserve friends who are good for your soul. You deserve friends who bring out the magic in you. You deserve friends who feels like home and sunshine. And you deserve friends who helps you shine your light. And I hope that soon you get to meet these people. Not even people, even just one person, it will really change everything. That's about it, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you got some insights because I'd love to know your thoughts. In the poll section, how many friends do you have? Like, I'm really curious, on average, kaya ilan yung mga friends nyo? You can also share your favorite takeaways on social media. And don't forget to tag me at Risha Marceliana because your thoughts and feedback are invaluable to me. It's how I grow. It's how I move forward then in terms of growing here sa podcast. Again, this has been your friend and your host, Risha. Know that I'm grateful for you. I've always been. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to find your people or your person. I'll see you in the next few days. Don't forget to always keep moving. Bye!